Ugh, all that time spent on a blueprint and it still doesn't work when I want it to. Okay, back to the drawing board and we'll get it right this time. The goal here is to make a quick and easy blueprint that takes raw materials and produces yellow cubes at a reasonable rate. So my goal is to improve the layout from an output of 60 to 90 yellow cubes per minute and keeping it below the 900 limit so I can use it as early as possible. And as a sanity check, I will use it in-game to make sure it works. Alright, let's go. While it's quite similar to what was done before, I'll break the changes down into 3 parts. The first part is the belt work. Back then I was fine with single-sided belts, that is, belts with factories on only one side. I'm going to run double-sided belts, so as often as possible we're going to have factories running on both sides of the belt. This almost always ends up using less belt, which is good for keeping our blueprint low. Another change is loot boxes, for lack of a better word. We're living in the dark fog era, and that means free stuff. And I'm certainly not going to put them to waste. So unless I'm in a planet where dark fog's been completely annihilated, most of the production will come equipped with these loot boxes that can either be filled manually or automatically, but basically they're just there to support the normal production. Going into late game, I'm not sure if I'm ever going to stop this. Looting dead stuff's always been a pastime for me. And the last change is we're going crazy with the spray coaters. Still spraying everything, we just don't have to put everything through a line. So I'm expecting with that change, the spray line's gonna basically be like spaghetti again. Yeah, and that's about it really. For the rest of the video I just ramble on, doing a few tweaks here and there. So if you prefer to, you can skip ahead towards the part where I use this blueprint in my current save. Am I still not done with the diamond? Obviously the diamond's meant to turn into yellow cubes, but it's also meant for Mark II proliferator. So I'm trying to figure out how I can make that happen. Well, before I figure out a solution, my ADHD sets in and I'm already distracting myself with something else. Oh yeah, did I ever show this tip on my channel? I like to call it blueprint cut and paste. The way it works is you copy an area in blueprint mode, then Ctrl V to start to paste the temporary blueprint. Then leave blueprint to delete what was just copied, and then Ctrl V again to paste. The cool part is what you just copied is still in the so-called clipboard, so this is a very useful way to nudge large parts of a layout that you are working on. Okay, time for an unnecessarily long connection of the graphite below to the diamond above. I feel there's a better way to arrange this, but my goal is just to keep everything below the 900 limit, which I'll check later on. And so far I am at 769, so not bad so far. Just revisiting the list of factories, I just want to check if there are not areas that need more than what a single belt can handle. Thanks to my overkill decision to use only Mark II belts here, that shouldn't be a problem here. As far as refined oil goes, I'm seeing there are 2 destinations for it, the plastic and the organic crystals. So I'll have to get that out of the way somehow. Wait a second, I think I already handled it. I'm just using a splitter to split the refined oil to the plastic and organic crystals. Silly me. Speaking of being silly, I once again moved the diamonds more to the middle of the build. I think it's still the same amount of belts being used, but I suppose I just want some semblance of symmetry in this mess. And I just want to put in the Mark I and Mark II proliferator in here. Who knew that just getting 4 factories would be such trouble? Oh right, me. What did I tell you? I swear I'm like a caveman trying to figure out how to get square pegs into circular holes. And the sheer craziness of trying to spray the Mark I spray before being made into Mark II spray, it's not lost on me. And let's nudge those diamond smelters for the 100th time into somewhere more snug. Ooh, curvy belts, me likey. Ooh, double curvy belts, me likey even more. Okay, let me see if I can squeeze this self-proliferating module as tightly as I can inside here. Okay, no, no, yes. Okay, this is good, this is good. Let me try to put it in sideways instead. And there. That should be the spray for the Mark 1 spray, but what am I spraying the Mark 2 spray with? Are we done yet? This is never gonna end, is it? It's never gonna end. I love spraying. I absolutely love spraying. Spraying's like the best thing that ever happened to this game. I mean it. Okay, hopefully I settled on something that will stick for once. 3 spray coaters, so we're going to be spraying the Mark 1 spray, the diamond, and the Mark 2 spray that comes out. Another check of where we're at. 887 facilities, okay, cutting it a bit close, but okay. Actually, I just realized I'm not even close to getting under because I still need to get a belt for the spray all through that whole thing, and that'll definitely take it over the 900 limit. Yep, we're at the 900 limit, and I'm getting kind of tired at this point, so I'm just going to leave that spray belt for me to take care of when I paste in the blueprint. Think of it like some assembly required blueprint. First I'll check if the blueprint is working. Let me just hook up all the inputs first. Here I'm just fidgeting around with this trash hydrogen tank. It's in the way of my spray belt that's supposed to go straight up, and I'd be damned if I have to do just one more bend on this blueprint. Well, I'd be damned. I bend the belt a little bit, but at least it's enough room to get that tank out of the way. Black box structure cubes. Version 2. Let's go. 90 structure matrices a minute? Check. 90 facilities limit? Check. Alright, let's save this blueprint and try it out on the field. So yeah, quick recap. Max difficulty, farming 3 bases, blues, reds, trying to get yellows automated. Just looking for a good spot to place this blueprint. The raws can be belted in from not too far away. And we can always just move those factories around. I tend to do that a lot, moving factories around. It's a bit of a bad habit for me. Or it could be a good habit, just depends on how delusional I am at the time. Anyways, let's evict the stuff that's in our way, starting with the steel. It's out of the way and it's closer to that iron patch over there, so it's a good deal. Is it just me, or does construction speed feel even worse this patch? I think I've been away from early game way too long, but it feels like I have to put down these BABs just to provide more construction drones and makes the speed feel normal. Anyways, the steel's out of the way, and I'll just trim this old-fashioned organic crystals. I never calculated the factory ratios here, but it turns out there were too many factories on the job here in the first place. So after a distraction, or 2, or maybe 3, or 4, honestly I don't even know what I'm staring at this point. Put away some ammo. Check the processors. Isn't this Jan's sushi belt nice? Oh right, I forgot, I have a blueprint to put down. Everything is cleared, nothing's in the way. All that's left is to just put it down. And naturally, I have put down a BAB every time I build something this big. I think we're going to see a lot of these BABs around for a while. A couple of more distractions, usually just picking up construction materials. And of course, I can't forget what from raw actually means. All I gotta do now is just belt over the water, coal, oil, and titanium over to get the yellow cubes to work. Emphasis on titanium. Belting in coal and oil is feeling a little weird. I really did like that spot up there, didn't I? A little bit of some more belt spaghetti here and there, and our yellow cubes are working. Only missing ingredient here is the titanium ingots. Normally I'd go to a second planet for a wad of titanium ingots with silicon inside. But shout out to the Dark Fog for providing the ingots free of charge. Well, kind of. Anyways, I'm going to leave it at that. So, with a single blueprint and 4 inputs, I got yellow cubes working at an okay starting rate. Of course, one of those inputs is not really that available on this planet, the titanium ingots. How am I going to make do? Well, that's for another video. Oh yeah, about that. So I'm trying to go through a large playthrough at the moment, and yes, that includes a movie afterwards. I'll try to take that on and see if it happens or not, and see what it's like. But if there's a build that you're interested in seeing, don't hesitate to let me know, and I will see what I can do. Well, thank you for watching, and I'll check you later.